In the Showbiz beat, a suspenseful new thriller called Imprisoned. It dives into the dark world of a corrupt prison warden played by Lawrence Fishburne, who is hell-bent on punishing one of his inmates. The story is intriguing, but so are the details about its production. Imprisoned was one of the last movies filmed in Puerto Rico before Hurricane Maria devastated the island. The production company also made sure everyone on set was paid equally and that the movie served as a great social impact. And here on set is director Paul Kampf and one of the stars of the film, Edward James Olmos. And fellas, I appreciate you being here. Really excited to talk about this. I want to start with you, Paul, and kind of the ethos or the mission behind your production company and how you kind of go into filming things, and specifically how that played a role in Imprisoned.
Yeah, I mean, as you said, we have a unique mission, which is the social impact. So we close the gender pay gap with this film by paying our female lead equal to her male counterpart. We also work with a lot of formerly incarcerated men who came into the system, into the movie, and we gave them opportunities, and it's really important for us to try to use the film to give back and give second chances. So that's essential.
You just said a lot. You said a lot. Let's dissect that quickly.
Sure.
So equal pay, why was that important to you?
Because it's the right thing to do, and I think that it's a conversation in the film industry that's been happening for years, but there isn't a lot of action. And I think the way you change the system is you have to take the risk. So we spent the money and put our money where our mouth was to say, look, this is important, and we have to try to close this gap and maybe be a model for other companies.
And Edward, I'm going to go to you with the fact that I know before we get to the actual film, it's important to you to kind of help out and be a part of certain things, to talk about the youth and detention centers, and you spend a lot of time with at-risk youth. Why is that something, again, something that matters to you?
Oh, well, I mean, it's basic. I mean, everybody that's listening to you right now knows why. I mean, it's the most essential understanding that we need. We need to advance the youth, and some of the youth needs a lot of help, and we have to help them. If we don't help them, who's going to help them? And are we going to let them fall by the wayside? No. So we have programs, big programs that we've done. Thousands of children are being serviced by the program, a youth cinema project. And that's why I got involved with Paul. Paul's whole aesthetic is derived around helping. And yeah, we're making a movie, and we made a great movie. He directed it, he wrote it, it's his piece of work. And artistically, he came up with an excellent piece of work, and people that have seen it have been stunned by it because it has a lot to say. And at the same time, he's equaled out the whole situation that Hollywood's always talking about, which is minorities in film, which is about equal balance of understanding of pay, and that's something that nobody's doing. I don't know any movie that can claim that right this moment.
We just saw it at the Emmys where you had speeches about the need for that. And I love how you two are like knocking out issues we've had for centuries so easily. Like, it's nothing. Let's help our youth. Let's equal pay. Let's give jobs to people who've been incarcerated. I love that. But let's actually get to the specificities of the film. Let's talk about that. So tell me a little bit about it. Lawrence Fishburne is in it as well.
Yeah, Isa Morales, Juan Pablo Raba, Juan Acosta, John Huertas, a great eclectic cast. So essentially the film is really asked the question, are you who you are today, or are you who you used to be? And that's really the argument. And it revolves around someone who went through the prison system, paid his debt to society, and now has come out and is living a great life. And the character that Lawrence Fishburne plays is sure that this man is a bad man from what he did in the past, and he's going to prove that. So it's really an argument about where you are going with your life, and if someone's going to let you be who you are now versus who you used to be.
And why is that important to you? We're talking about the being in a role like this. And by the way, there's a very deep picture behind you there. We see there you've got the noose around your neck. That's very symbolic. I'm actually interested in hearing kind of a little bit more about your character, Edward.
Well, my character is one that is in the process of the filming. We're really dealing with a situation that has been prevalent amongst our penal institutions, and that's killing people. And what do we get from that? Is it an eye for an eye that supposedly leaves everybody blind? But in essence, is it an understandable situation where we start killing people? And they're still doing it, and here in the United States of America. And that's one of the things, that we deal with in this program. And my character is one that has been in prison for a long, long time, and he's going to be killed, and he's one of the people that is going through the system, and he's trying to help the young guy who was brought in. And help the character to get through this, and in hopes that they'll be able to change that system before it gets to him, because I'm next,
Right?
Like maybe third in line when the story starts, and so it catches me, and you see me have to go through that, and it's a situation where, again, we're dealing with a lot of different perspectives of what's happening today, right now, in 2019.
Between the production of the film and then obviously what the actual film is about, I mean, you guys are knocking on a lot of relevant issues right now. So very impressive. Guys,
Hey,
I
thank you
appreciate it.
so
Paul,
much.
thank you very much.
Thank you so much for your
Look
time.
forward to seeing the
Appreciate
film, and you can catch Imprisoned at the Lamley Music Hall in Beverly Hills and at Pacific Theaters in Lakewood. Fellas, thank you very much.
Great.
Thank you so much.
Great.